On a quiet green farm nestled amongst rolling hills and whispering trees lived a gentle white mama cat. Her fur was as bright and pure as freshly fallen snow, a soft beacon against the earthy tones of the countryside. But it was her heart that truly shone, a heart brimming with a love so vast and deep it could warm the coldest of days. And winter was indeed coming. The wind, once a playful whisper, now carried a biting chill, a promise of the harsh season ahead. Every day, the air felt a little colder, the sun a little more distant. Mama Cat would often sit by the old wooden fence, her gaze drifting towards her tiny kittens. They were so small, so utterly fragile, their little bodies just starting to understand the world. They would tumble and play, their innocent squeaks filling the air, unaware of the approaching cold. As she watched them, a fierce, unwavering determination settled in her heart. She knew one thing with absolute certainty: my babies must stay warm. No matter what, she would protect them from the unforgiving grip of winter. One crisp afternoon, as the sun began its slow descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, another figure appeared on the farm path. It was another cat, but his fur was not white. Instead, it was a warm, soft orange-brown, like autumn leaves or toasted spice. He moved with a quiet grace, his steps silent on the gravel path. He watched the farm from a distance, his eyes filled with a gentle curiosity. He was calm, observant, a silent spectator to the daily life unfolding before him. Mama Cat, seemingly unaware of the observer, made her way to the base of a great old oak tree, its branches reaching towards the sky like ancient, gnarled fingers. There, in the dappled sunlight, she did something remarkable. Slowly, and with incredible gentleness, she began to trim small tufts of her own pristine white fur. It wasn't an act born of pain or distress. It was an act of pure, selfless love. Each soft piece of fur she carefully gathered was a piece of her warmth, a piece of her heart. With the precious, soft fur held carefully in her paws, she began her journey back to their cozy home in the barn. Every step she took felt heavy, not with burden, but with purpose. Every step was filled with an overwhelming sense of care for the little lives that depended on her. The journey was short, but it was a pilgrimage of a mother's devotion. Inside the warm, hay-scented barn, Mama Cat worked quietly under the soft glow of a single hanging lamp. Her paws, usually made for hunting and climbing, now moved with the delicate precision of a master artisan. She shaped the tiny, soft tufts of fur. She wove them together with invisible, soft stitches of love. And slowly, magically, something wonderful began to take shape. Tiny hats. But not just any hats. They were tiny tiger hats, a testament to her creativity and her fierce, protective spirit. Her kittens, meanwhile, were fast asleep in a pile of soft hay, their tiny chests rising and falling in a peaceful, rhythmic dance. They were lost in dreams, completely unaware of their mother's loving labor, unaware of the special gift being prepared just for them. Their world was safe and warm, a perfect bubble of innocence, all thanks to her constant vigilance. When her work was done, she approached her sleeping babies. One by one, with the utmost care, Mama Cat placed a tiny handcrafted tiger hat on each of their heads. The transformation was instantaneous and utterly enchanting. Where there were once simple kittens, there were now tiny, fearless tigers ready to face the world. As they woke, they felt the new warmth on their heads. They looked at each other, their eyes wide with surprise and delight. They jumped, they laughed in their own kitten way, and they began to play with a newfound energy. They pounced and chased, their little tiger hats bobbing with every movement. They were warm, they were happy, they were loved. From the window of the barn, the orange-brown cat had been watching the entire time. He saw her sacrifice, he saw her meticulous work. He saw the pure joy on the kittens' faces. He didn't move, he didn't make a sound, but his eyes said everything. There was admiration, understanding, and perhaps even a touch of wonder in his gaze. He had witnessed a quiet miracle. Mama Cat gathered her little tigers close, pulling them into a warm, furry embrace. She purred, a low, rumbling sound of pure contentment. There were no grand words exchanged, no expectation of rewards. There was only the simple, profound, and unspoken truth of a mother's love. Because on this quiet green farm, as the winter winds began to howl outside, one thing was clear. Love was stronger, warmer, and more powerful than any winter. This story reminds us that the greatest acts of love are often the quietest. They are the small sacrifices, the thoughtful gestures, the tireless efforts that often go unseen. It's in a mother's instinct to protect, to provide, and to create joy out of the simplest things. It is a love that asks for nothing in return but the happiness and well-being of those she holds dear. It's a beautiful reminder that warmth comes not just from a fire or a blanket, but from the heart. Thank you so much for watching this story with us today. If it touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more heartwarming tales. We love sharing these moments of kindness and love with you. Let us know in the comments what this story made you feel. Until next time, stay warm and spread love.